Hi, Janelle Schaefer here, and welcome back to another video. It is pre-Thanksgiving, and I am getting ready to put my herbs under the skin of my turkey. And this channel is Sheep Hill Herbs, and I mainly talk about herbal things in regards to remedies, but Hippocrates said, "Let thy food be thy medicine," and herbs are so much of our food, serving also as medicine. So I want to also share how I incorporate herbs besides with tinctures and capsules and even teas. So I'm going to show you what I do to make my turkey with lots of herbs. So here's my bird. I had a hard time getting turkey this year because I guess they are limiting supply because of canceled Thanksgivings, but I don't normally buy Butterball. I usually get something like organic, but it says raised without hormones or steroids, and energetically I felt like this was a good turkey. And I'm going to be shh. And then here are my herbs, and they have wilted a little bit, but they are going to get chopped up finely. Let's see, I have my sage, lemon thyme, parsley, and a little hand. Oops, that's my turkey pot. Oregano. A lot of these were growing in my garden still. Some chives. Actually, those are spring onions. They bloomed again. What else do I have under here? Rosemary. So I'll come back and show you. Oh, and I did cut some hyssop, which does have a slight minty flavor. I've never added it to my turkey blend before, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to add everything I got to make it very herby. Name me a picture. Okay, so my herbs are all chopped up, and I have about 2 cups. As you can see, this cup is already full. And then I have another pile of my herbs, and I'm adding the herbs to a bowl with a little bit more than a 1/4 cup of oil. It's not quite 1/2 cup. So I'm just going to add this in, and I'm going to put the rest of the herbs in, the chopped herbs. And then I'm going to stir this, mix this all in so it's kind of pasty. So typically this is made with butter, and you kind of like chop the herbs with the butter, but I do not use butter as often as I use olive oil, and I prefer olive oil. So I'm mixing the herbs, chopped herbs, and olive oil to make a paste that I am going to be smearing under the turkey skin. So I'll just show you what I mean here. So I am putting my hand here, and I'm loosening. There's like sinew or, you know, collagen, cartilage, whatever it is. The skin is attached to the breast, and you have to loosen it, but it doesn't rip. So I am going to be taking the herbs and rubbing this herb paste, and this was a cut by the knife, but basically under the skin instead of on top of the skin, and even down into the legs. But first I'm going to salt it, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I am first salting the turkey. I am going to rub Himalayan pink sea salt inside, and I am just eyeballing this. And I am going to rub the skin as well. And then I'm going to take 1 orange that I cut in half, and I put it in the cavity. And that's what I like to do. So there's different ways to stuff, but I really just put in an orange. Then I'm going to turn it around because I am going to work on putting my rub under the skin. And I have to loosen the skin. Actually, I might have to go back the other way. Okay, so skin can get lifted up, and you just kind of like pull it apart and go down into the leg. It's pretty sturdy, but I want to put my herbs all the way down into the leg so that all the meat is getting the herb cooking right next to the meat, the breast and the legs, so that it's not just cooking on the skin and only flavoring the skin. So I'm loosening that. I have a little cut here by accident, which I don't like, but I cut it with the knife. So I'm just going to loosen this up down here. Oops, I don't like that spot. So I might have to work that like that. And then it's pretty loose. And what I'm going to do is take my herb paste, which is herbs with olive oil, and I am going to just rub that, push that in there. And this is going to really infuse and flavor the turkey. And like I said, this is not a medicinal concoction. I'm not making a tincture, but sometimes I like to do videos about herbs as far as to help their health. We invariably always have to have a conversation about diet and food, and what you eat is critical to your health and well-being. It's not separate from what you're taking. And the herbs, as far as medicinal preparations, herbal teas and tinctures, work so much better when you're eating a healthy diet. So now, I'm not a vegetarian. I don't believe in a strict vegetarian diet. I believe in eating a lot of vegetables, but protein is something, animal protein is something I feel like I definitely need, my body needs, and my family. So I just buy the healthiest meat that I can, because you don't want to be eating animals pumped full of antibiotics, that's for sure. So as you can see, some of the herb is going out on the skin out here, and that is totally fine. So it'll kind of like marinate, and it's a messy process. I'm also putting some of these herbs into the cavity, and then this is going, I'm kind of like pushing it down. This is going to sit all night. I'm not cooking it until tomorrow, and then it'll go in the oven tomorrow and should be a tasty dish. Press stop.